Hey, what's going on, guys? Hex here, and today we're going to take a look at the Star Wars 6-inch Blackline series. This is the Entertainment Earth exclusive 4-pack. You're going to be getting the Sergent, Sandtrooper Sergeant, then you're going to get the Crimson Stormtrooper Rouge, Lieutenant Oxixo or something, if that's how you say it. It's spelled Oxixo, so I'm not really sure how to pronounce that. And then you're going to get the little droid R2Q5. So we're going to take a look at these guys individually. I want to start off with R2Q5 here. And by the way, I guess I want to go ahead and mention that this 4-pack is $100. And the only place, unless some other places they did some deals, I think BBTS, they did a deal to where they offered it too. But it is $100. You only get the 4 figures. I think that it's overpriced. Obviously, 20 each for these guys. This guy, whenever R2 came out, he was actually $20 as well, but he came with some accessories. This guy doesn't come with any of those, so this should have been more around $75 because I think you're actually overpaying for it. But just to be a completist, that's why I picked it up. But that's kind of my thoughts on the price. But as far as this guy goes, he does have some nice paint, as you can kind of see throughout here, just nicely detailed. And I like the copper, the way it blends in with the black, so very nicely done. Just paint all over this guy, so it's really nice looking. And as far as some of the other things that he does have, if you open these little doors right here, gotta get use this little pin to get these out, but you can see that he can these come out and he can drive around and electrocute people or open up doors and stuff for Luke and Han and stuff like that. Or I guess he wouldn't, because he's a bad guy. This little arm seems to have a little bit of trouble going down, so I'm just gotta kind of force a little bit. Let's close right up. As far as articulation, these obviously they move back and forth. These move back and forth as well. This can move, but if you wanted him to just be standing up on his 2 legs, the way you get this centerpiece up is you just keep on rotating his head, and there you go. So there's a little look at this little guy. I do like the paint. I think it looks good on him, but he is missing the other accessories that the R2-D2 figure came with, and I always thought that $20 was a little much for him. It does have, because of the mold, this piece right here that does come out, but it does not have the telescope in there to attach, so there's really no point. It's just a victim of using the same mold. Get that in there so we don't lose it. All right, so the next guy up is the Crimson Stormtrooper Rouge. He does come with 2 weapons, so he does come with this blaster and the one here for his holster. Go ahead and take those off so you can take a look at both of them. Does have some paint on here, as you can see, the silver, but just pretty much your normal blaster that you get with these guys. This does have some of the wash on it where it has that silver look on it, so that's really nice. I do like that, instead of just being all black. And as far as details with this guy, he's just basically where it was white, it is now red. I thought it would be a little bit brighter red. I would have liked that. It's kind of a flat red. I just wish it was kind of brighter, kind of like the Crimson Guards. But this is pretty much what he looks like. There's a little paint scuff on his butt cheek right there. I don't know if that'll come off. But there's some paint right here, as you can see with the helmet. It's pretty much painted everywhere that all the rest of them are. Now, as far as articulation, it's pretty much the same. It does have the ball joint here in the head, and you have the neck joint, so it does go back and forth. The shoulders, they go out about this much because of the armor pieces. Kind of hindered a little bit. They do go back and forth. He does rotate here at the bicep. He does have elbows right here. Let's see, yeah, just a single elbow there. And rotates here. This goes up and down, where on this hand it goes back and forth or left or right. The waist section is the ab section, so it does rotate here and go back and forth. The legs, forward, back, they go out about this much. They do rotate here at the thigh, and the knees are double jointed, so you have the 2 joints there. With the feet, they do go back and forth. A little stiff there, and they do rotate. So if you want to get some wide stance with the figure. All right, now taking a look at Lieutenant Axio. Again, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but that's the best I can do. I want to show off the comparisons with the regular mass release TIE Fighter that we've already got in this line. And what exactly is different? What makes this guy more exclusive? So up here, you can see the silver paint on top of the head, where this guy does not. Then over here, if I can get these guys to stand, you can see that there are a white and red little squares and then a gray square. I don't know if that's maybe, you know, his command or whatever, or his ranking on his sleeve, where this guy, you can see that it's different. So you get the white, black, red, white, and some gray, and there's another white one over there. So a little bit different. This guy does have a white line going across where his little chest piece is, where this guy does not. The other thing, on the regular version, you'll see these gray buttons here where there's 2 black dots. And here on the exclusive, or the Lieutenant, you can see those black dots are now red. Now, those are the only things that I've seen that is different about these guys. Everything else is going to be exactly the same. So everything else on the shoulders, they're exactly the same. The rest of the helmet, exactly the same. There's no different molding. So, I mean, is that enough to make it worth paying the extra to get the exclusive? That's something you're going to have to decide on your own, but hopefully I was able to help you as far as making your decision. As far as his blaster goes, it is basically the regular gun. I believe it's the E11, or is it E22? But it's got the silver right there as the other one that we've already taken a look at. As far as his articulation, it's the same as the Crimson that we already looked at, but I'll show it again. He does rotate here. These are hindered a little bit. These actually can come out, but can rotate here, go back and forth, and then he has the neck joint. Now they're just popping out. The arms go in and out. They go back and forth. He does have a rotation here down at the elbow, and it does bend there. The hands, these go left to right, and they also rotate, where this one here, it also goes left to right. The waist just rotates here. Not really an ab crunch, just because the way it's designed, because this can't really go down because of the belt. But then the legs go back and forth. They go in and out, rotate at the thighs, double jointed knees. Get that other one to bend, yeah. And then the feet, they rotate and they go back and forth. But that's pretty much a look at him. He looks exactly the same, other than those few little minor paint little details that I pointed out earlier. It's pretty much looks like all the other TIE fighters. All right, and lastly, taking a look at the Sergent, Sandtrooper Sergeant. So he's going to have the white shoulder quadrant right here, to where I think we've already got a black one and we've already got a tan one. He actually comes with quite a few weapons. So to grab those real quick, he does come with the blaster that we've been looking at already. Does have a little bit of silver there. He also comes with this weapon here that you could go ahead and equip him with and put it on his shoulder. That's how I've done most of them. You do get some brown paint here. The little buckles are painted like a brass. You get some of that brass there. And the rest of it's black, and then some a little silver paint here. So, I mean, it's done up pretty nice instead of just being all plain black. And then he's got this weapon here. I'll show you. Where it is black, but it has some silver paint on it to give it a little bit more character. And just like all the other Sandtroopers, I mean, it's, you know, this little backpack here, you can detach it. This little thing here, it can, you know, rotate and put it wherever you need to. It does have some paint back here on the back, but they pretty much all do as far as the Sandtroopers go. And there's that shoulder quadrant right there. You can see it just, you could take it off if you wanted to take the head off. You could just fish it off of this arm like that. But we're going to leave it on him. The head, again, it's nicely detailed, just like all the other Stormtroopers. So you get some nice paint in there. That's all dirtied up, so it does, you know, obviously look like he's been on one of the planets that's dirty, maybe Jakku or something. But the head, it does go back and forth, rotates. Same articulation that we saw with the Crimson. So rotates there, bends here. The hands, these go back and forth, left and right. This goes up and down, does rotate, and that is also the ab crunch. Legs go back and forth, rotate. Double jointed knees, and the feet go back and forth, and they also rotate there as well. But as far as the other paint on him, you can see some little brass studs on his pockets there. I like these guys. They look nice, detailed. They always do a really good job with the Sandtroopers. It's just this 4-pack at $100. It seems a little too much. But that's something that you guys are going to have to decide whether you want to pay that $100 for the 4-pack. Is it worth it to you? Are you a completist? Because sometimes it's a hard road being a completist. But thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. This is kind of a little final look at the 4 of them. I will be uploading some more Star Wars stuff here in the near future. And some more. I think I got one more exclusive to do, the Kylo Ren. But thanks a lot for watching. Talk to you guys later. Peace.